Imagine inheriting over $1.2 million from your grandpa and then yellowing it all in on a meme stock linked to Donald Trump. Meet the Wall Street Bets trader who thought he was about to become a multi-millionaire and instead lost everything, including his wife. This is the story of one of the biggest degeneracies in Wall Street Bets history.
She's gonna leave me. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
This brave financial genius took all of Grandpa's money and made the only rational decision he could. Betting on a meme stock, DJT. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? As his DJT options started dipping, our hero did what all true investors do. Ignored reality and doubled down. Because when you're down bad, there's only one way out. More leverage and hodl. Some of the comments are actually mind-boggling. It's really infuriating. The disrespect, lack of personal integrity, lack of empathy and entitlement that you need to display to gamble away something like this. This guy deserves every bit of all the that's going to happen to him in life, and I hope and expect that it's indeed quite a lot. Disrespect to Grandpa for real. You're going to gamble what he worked for his entire life? Put this in stocks and you can probably retire. Anyways, thanks for playing. Oof, 20,000 duck votes on that one. Imagine working for 50 years and then this little loses it all in a day. It's not just losing it in a day, it's the way it's lost. You get into VU just before Great Depression 2 and lose your... Well, bad timing, pal. See you in the breadline. But this, you're literally better off betting 500 grand on black. And the monetary loss that this guy, his grandpa, has put in over the years is also something to be considered. Let's be honest, most of us know, that hard work's, not nice. This guy, Monkamus, says, think about it like this. Let's just say 500k is half of his money. You not only wasted 500k of your grandpa's money, but if we assume he worked 45 years of his life to accumulate that money, and that he worked 40 hours a week, you also invalidated 46,800 hours of his life, or 1,950 straight days. That doesn't even include his time spent interviewing, his daily commutes, or the time spent towards attaining higher education. Well done, young man. Oof. Yeah, OP just sucks. There's not much more to say. Low quality human being. Yeah, imagine getting $1 million and your first thought is, that's not enough. I need to gamble this. Double or nothing. Mr. Fish and Loaves says, replies to a comment, lack of personal integrity, lack of empathy and entitlement. Well, who else do you expect to buy calls on DJT? Meanwhile, Bob Lemo, he probably doesn't care. Most gamblers will lose someone else's money and be like, oh well, I lost it, but it wasn't mine anyway. Lol. When you don't work for it, you don't value it the same. I think the video of the trader roaring and screaming as he's losing Grandpa's money probably lays waste to that comment. Why would you buy the tip of such an obvious pump and dump? Now that's a very good question. Quite possibly greed, because when we start to look back at this guy's trading history and when he actually got into the position, which was on December the 5th, it was actually up $500,000 at one point. So quite possibly greed kicked in. Oof. Some of these memes are pretty brutal.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. sorry, Grandpa.
Oof size large. I think we can all agree with that. Imposter Studio post, this has to be a fetish. Jason replies, be a good boy, bag up and show me your losses. Armadillos, it's the mask that makes it feel wrong. I'm not going to lie, the mask is a little bit freaky, I think. The early days. So it seems 10 months ago, and we're now 25th of January. We can see 10 months ago, this guy was laughing and posting memes that DJT puts a free money. Not sure quite what happened there. Meanwhile, a couple of days before the OP's big loss post, this is not a good sign for my 1.2 million DJT calls. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that, to be quite honest. There's even a comment from Freecest, you are going to lose it all. And then somebody kindly links in Wendy's careers. Good old Wendy's. And on that same thread, please repost no matter what happens. You know what's going to happen. You just want the juicy details. Zunzatu says, it could actually work. I don't think it will, but it could. Most likely outcome is people sell the news post-inauguration. Trump's ultras cash into YOLO the meme coin. IV evaporates. It starts going down. Call holders sell and it reverse gamma ramps down to low 30s or below. But there is an outside chance Trump will say something about DJT, do something with DJT, link the meme coin to DJT somehow, then OP is off to the races. Don't get me wrong, OP's position's truly stupid due to the size, but I've seen even stupider positions come out green. Well, it turns out Uzunzatu was pretty right on the money there. If being at Wendy's is considered fine, then I agree with you. Gambling is gambling after all. Oblivious speculator. Balls deep is addictive. This is an addiction, and he is most likely not fine, but he did it. Munir M. Do you know what sub you're in? Then we've got the OP, the trading gangster. This is partially debt. I will be bankrupt and lose my house if this goes wrong. My kids will not have a place to live, and if my wife finds out, she will probably divorce me. Asinine Assassin, at least the irony of your username is not lost. Theopols 55, as they say, the username checks out. WTF, my dude. Warlock 417 chimes in. If you have 1.2 mil to throw on a gamble, then you'll be fine without it, LMAO. Franco Hab, narrator. He wasn't. Deeper narrator voice.
And he didn't.
Fast forward, camera zoom behind Wendy's dumpster. Scene fades to black and only audio persists. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Big gulps, huh? All right, we'll see you later. Cop walks up. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, interesting. So, in the mighty DJT stock subreddit, the OP Smart Money 243 starts a new post. This DJT subreddit is pathetic. Why so much FUD? I put 1.2 million in DJT calls and half of you are acting like this is hopeless because it didn't pump up enough before the big news. First off, it did pump and hold up an entire 20%. That's hundreds of millions flowing into this thing, and the man is not even president yet. Trump is the most powerful man in the world and all eyes will be on him on Monday. This has to rocket on Tuesday. There is always a halo around incoming presidents. Get out with the FUD BS. We are going to the moon. Somebody putting in a grandma picture there, reminiscing of the mighty Intel traders trade, which we will cover in another episode. At least the irony of your username is not lost. As they say, the username checks out. Genuinely, what the F is wrong with you? What a shit trade. Break even at $47. OMG. An idiot and his money are easily parted. Ouch. Luke Paciocco. The break even just means it needs to be there for it to neither make or lose money at the point of expiration. It doesn't have to get anywhere near that amount for him to make profit in the meantime. So many people never realise this with options. An earlier point in time, 1.2 million DJT inauguration YOLO. This may ruin my life. Indeed, sadly, it seems to have quite possibly ruined OP's life. I think this will crash on Tuesday. I wanted to sell, but I got caught holding the bag on Friday. Please tell me, am I screwed? Well, at this point, he's $128,000 down. going into Inauguration Day. I would say, even though we know what the end result is, this does not look good. Smart Money 243 is in it again, posting 3 days before the big day of the loss video. I'm a pathetic loser full of hopium. To anyone reading through my profile, I'm making bullish comments and posts on DJT, but I know it's over. We're not even at Tuesday. Nothing's happened yet, but I know I've made the worst decision of my life. DJT is going to crash. My money's already gone. This is one big grift and the inauguration's priced in. My grandpa worked his whole life for this money and it's going to be all gone. Sure, what Trump does in office is unpredictable and isn't priced in, but that ultimately means I'm relying on meme hype and or foreign bribery to make my position work. Trump coin has sucked all the money that would have been thrown at this. It's over. But I don't care. I'm holding until I lose everything. I'm the captain of the Titanic and I must go down with the ship. Let's face it, I will never take profit. I was already up 50%. I will just hold until it's gone and pray my grandpa forgives me. In my mind, the money's already gone. My life is ruined. I'm going to lose everything I have and become homeless. I will never sell out of the principle of this matter. Let me be a martyr for Trump's grift. I hate this man. He has helped ruin my life. Maybe after this people will see who he truly is. I will sacrifice all $1 million to show that DJT is a complete grift. Very interesting post from the OP there.
It is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $1 billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
As we can see, this guy is cracked. Badras 704, the real dumb play is not taking this much smaller loss and lessening some sort of revenge trade against an old man who doesn't even know your name. Your options expire in 2 months. The only way you're going to lose it all is holding till 0 days to expiration, like the dumb clown you want to become. More than likely this stock bounces Tuesday at some point in the first 30 minutes of trading and you exit the trade. You're crying like it's April already. I'm hold till 0 DTE. Mark my words, this is not a joke. So Smart Money 243 actually posted a short amount of time before his video post in Problem Gambling. Now the post was actually deleted, the content of his post, but the title, I do not have a gambling problem. I'm not so sure about that. Charge 36, even if I lose everything and become homeless, I will go down with the ship. Yep, you clearly do not have a problem. Carry on, sir. Suspicious invite. Right. Lots of emojis. Courage ecstatic. This is such a terrible wreck, but I just can't look away. Emotional platypus. I know it's beautiful. DJT Grandpa Boy is in such a worse position than Intel Nano Boy, lol. Intel Boy might have to sit on his shares for a few years to break even. DJT Boy's money simply evaporates into ash. Deep in the position. $611,000 down at this point. Current DJT price $35.54. Ouch. Monster loss. Current DJT price $33.36. Total return negative $838,511.84. Ouch. This guy is absolutely cooked at this point. 3 days before the big event, White Hat Doc. This guy's a multimillionaire that's jerking off to all the attention that he's getting on all the stock gambling forums. It just reeks of desperation. This is an interesting take on it, but from all my research, I would disagree. I do not think this guy's a multimillionaire. Certainly not anymore. The plot thickens. Shot Car 9556 appears to be the OP gangster trader's wife. What should I do? Subreddit. I just found out my husband, 34 male, lost 600k in Donald Trump stock. How can I get him to stop before he loses everything? The full post. I don't know what exactly he did, but he took his grandfather's inheritance, around 1 million, and put it all into Trump's stock. He showed me today half of it is gone and I don't even understand how that's possible. I'm so broken and feel terrible for him. This money was supposed to grow and send our 3 kids to college, along with accelerate our path to retirement. We both have lowish paying jobs, around 50k for me and 65k for him. We have a used minivan and rent our apartment. The worst part is that he borrowed an additional 200k into Trump's stocks, so as it stands, he only has 400k left. I'm begging him to cut his losses, but he's determined to see it through until at least March, he said. He keeps telling foreign adversaries and the special interests are going to bribe Trump through DJT and thus increase the stock price. I think he's an effing moron. Is there anything I can do to make him stop? Update, my post was removed from a previous subreddit, but I'm still lost and hoping to gain advice. I made a separate bank account and moved funds in there that will feed us and our kids. What can I do next? I don't want to take his money away from him, but just want him to cut his losses. Second update. Me and my children are safe in a hotel. My husband won't talk to me and refuses to speak to me unless I agree with him that this is a good idea. People pointed out to me that his total loss increased to $700,000 today. I've accepted that he doesn't see me as a partner who can make decisions with him. I'm taking off tomorrow to speak to a divorce attorney. I'm aware of his post on Wall Street Bets. He refuses to talk to me, but is happy to speak to his family. As you can see, ShotCar9556 has very significant post karma and comment karma, which is a very good guide that it's an authentic account. It also matches the profile of this lady who's alleging to be this guy's wife. 5 hours before the big video. You do the same thing everyone told you yesterday and sell, so you still have $500,000 and aren't fully broke, because that 500k will look a lot when you're finally down at zero. It's all for lulz, as someone with $0 can confirm. We have all been there, says 500k is 10 years of work for me, and that 500k is all going to bills and food. OP has no idea how good he still has it. Nick C. He mentioned in another comment that it was partially debt though, and that if this went bad he'd go bankrupt and lose his house. His dumb ass went all in on this one. The brave one. What? Nick C. Yep, he said it here. Galatian Book Club. Damn, why do the most regarded people always have this much money to just throw away? Bring Kite back. If I got left 1.2 milli, I'd be in the hospital for a never-ending boner, not trying to impress the morons on here. Vote 42M. With 1.2, I'd only bet 200k and still entertain the F out of you idiots. Now that would have been a much wiser play if this guy really had to gamble his money. Con Stevo. I'd happily say your name and regarded in the same sentence if you dunked 100k. Automatic loss. Change the caption to, I'm sorry, Grandpa. Trump Media Technology Group Corp. Share price at 34.22. Sorry, Grandpa. Mr. Mindgame says, congrats on pissing away 50 plus years of your grandpa's life, labour and financial legacy. The advice here is to stop. Just stop. Close Robinhood for good. Salvage whatever money you have and never get involved in the market again. This is not for you. That guy that bowls. No, I really think this guy deserves the hard tea. In the end, our fallen trader received what all heroes deserve. Barrage of insults and abuse from strangers on the internet. But let's be honest, he kind of deserved it. So, what's the moral of the story? Don't gamble your inheritance money on meme stocks? Nah, the real lesson here is never ever trust Wall Street Bets. Unless, of course, you want to be the star of my next video. Like, subscribe and comment below if you want me to cover more insane financial disasters. Thanks for watching, guys.